37 days ago, I decided I was going to try and run my first marathon. It sucked. But this is what I learned. Like a lot of people, I really enjoy how I feel after running. The feeling of accomplishment, the calmness after really heavy exertion, overall just a positive mood. In reality though, let's be honest, running kind of sucks. Oh man. But I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get up off this bench. I felt like I was running through a sauna. But you know what they say, the harder something tends to be, the better the reward feels at the end, or the better the reward is at the end. I don't actually really know who they are, but I guess. And that leads me to the first thing I learned about why people love running, or why people enjoy to run. It's really hard. It never gets a whole lot easier, whether it's your first run of your entire life or your 1000th run. The fact is that doing really hard shit is like superfood for our brains, and it helps us learn about ourselves, gain knowledge about the things that maybe we don't like or we aren't so good at, our weaknesses, you know, the things that we might need to do a little bit of adjusting on. But it can also make you realize you're capable of doing really hard shit. Time to love again. I stopped recording my training runs probably after the first week, and the main reason for this was I felt kind of gross. Now that might sound kind of ironic and stupid because, well, I record videos for a living, but I knew that the reason I wanted to run this race was not so I could make a cool video about it. I wanted to run this for me. And that's also a little bit ironic because the second thing I learned about why people run, or maybe just runners in general, is humbleness. Running isn't a glory sport. It's something that people do, even at the highest level, pretty unknown. I mean, if I asked you to name me 3 of the best runners in the world, you'd probably have no idea. You know, maybe Usain Bolt or something. It's a sport, an activity, a thing people do that doesn't really pay off with money or fame or just even recognition, really. Obviously, if you're within the running community, whatever that means, but you know, if it's something you're super passionate about, then yeah, you're gonna know other people involved. But for the most part, there's not a whole lot of praise or admiration people have towards marathon runners. And as I trained for this marathon, thinking about all the things that people get praised for in our society nowadays, I realized that people who run don't want praise, but also because they don't need it. As expected, I started my first marathon out a little too ambitious.
I'm being way too ambitious, I gotta slow down.
Yeah.
I'm hurt.
I was running a pace I knew I couldn't keep up, and by kilometer 10, I was already feeling quite a bit of pain in my left knee.
God damn.
I very quickly started to doubt whether or not I was actually going to be able to finish the marathon.
All right, 23 and a half in. My euphoria is definitely worn off. And I'm riding out a very big low right now. I feel like fucking shit.
But from this moment onwards,
Still got a long way to go, man. Goddamn.
was when I learned the third thing about why people run marathons.
Morning.
When you run on your own, you get to overcome challenges on your own, and that's a good feeling. But when you're running a marathon and each step gets harder and harder and more painful, there's this sort of indescribable feeling, this connection, an energy. Thousands of people who don't know each other, can't even really speak the same language, all enduring the same suffering and supporting each other. But in my 28 years of life, this experience was pretty unique. To see that amount of people smiling, laughing, struggling, maybe some even crying together, all doing this really insane thing, or kind of insane thing, was definitely an unforgettable experience. Running a marathon was hard. It was really fun. It sucked. But most importantly, it gave me a little bit more optimism for the future, which in today's day and age, I think a lot of us could probably use a bit more of.
Fuck yeah. Oh. Good job.
I ended up running my first ever marathon in 4 hours, 39 minutes, and 53 seconds. Sadly, that was 10 minutes slower than my actual goal time.
There goes my goal.
I guess that just means I'm going to have to run a few more of these in my life. But anyways, get out there. Go run 2K or something. It's probably going to suck. But who knows? Maybe you'll actually learn something about yourself. Peace.
Yeah.